Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005. You're listening to Gamertag Radio. With your hosts, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Peña, the always opinionated Paris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio, episode 1130. This is your host, Danny Peña, and this is going to be my solo show. No Pete, no Paris. But on Sunday, we're going to record live. P and I are going to record live on Twitch, so make sure to tune in. Twitch.tv/Gamertag Radio. That's going to be the next recording of Gamertag Radio. And plus, man, it's getting crazy with all these pre-E3 announcements, and a lot of companies are preparing for all the big announcements for the official E3, Summer Game Fest, Digital Game Showcase. It's going to be insane. So head over to GamerTagRadio.com, post your comments and feedback. You also can listen on any podcast app. All you have to do is just search for Gamertag Radio. Search on any podcast app. Once we pop up, make sure to follow us, subscribe, and also post a review, because that will help us out to get more discovered, for the show to rise top of the charts, etc. So we need your support. Also, if you would like to be part of our next fan mail segment or episode, here's how you can contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, a couple things. There's a lot of things coming up. Remember, we just posted a couple days ago. We posted a preview of Deathloop that is coming out exclusively for PS5. Make sure to check it out, listen to it, because it is a phenomenal episode. We had a great conversation about the game, things that we got to see behind, virtually, of course, behind closed doors. And it was a lot of fun. And shout out to Tony, because Tony from Throwdown Show, he's part of our roundtable discussion. Paris and I and Tony, we just talked for like a good 40-something minutes, and it was amazing. And I can't wait. We do have a lot of things coming up, which I'm not allowed to talk about it just yet, but make sure to tune in, to subscribe, to follow us on social media, because we have a lot of big things coming up, and more previews, more surprises, and a lot of good stuff. So make sure to follow us and subscribe, and just get ready. Big things coming up. Big things. All right, another thing too, I want to mention very quick. I know over a week ago, I had my first live session all about podcasting. It's about the Podcasting 101 series on Bright, and that was a very successful live session. And yeah, it was the amount of people there was insane. It was a lot of people there, man. Gamers, non-gamers, up and coming podcasters, some that also been podcasting for years were part of this event. So I'm planning to have another one. I can't say the date just yet, but it's going to be sometime at the end of June, after all the craziness finishes, with E3 and Summer Game Fest and everything. So just make sure to tune in. It's going to be a big event. This one, I'm going to focus on building your community. How do you find your audience? How you market your podcast? Because that was like the question that a lot of people asked, man. So it's gonna be a great conversation. Can't wait for the next one, and definitely gonna do more Q&As like this, because we have to help each other out and everything, man. So please let me know if you have any questions. Make sure to hit me up on social media, Godfrey, GODFREE, or to make it easy, go to the description of this episode. I'm gonna have the link of my profile page that's available on brightlive.com. And once you see my profile, make sure to register, connect with me, right? Just like if you're adding me as a friend. And once the official date pops up, you will get a notification. You will get like an email, an update of when is the next session, and you could buy your tickets and so on. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Plus, I want to give a shout out to everybody that attended the event and also gave a review. Phenomenal, love it. It was great feedback. Love it. So can't wait for the next one. All right, now let's talk about some games, man. Because man, today was insane. So we had news about Nintendo, a new Nintendo Switch coming out sometime this year, and Nintendo is actually planning to announce this right before E3, and the reason is they Nintendo want other third-party companies to start showing their games that's going to be available for this Nintendo Switch console. So think of it as like a Nintendo Switch Pro. So for example, let's say Ubisoft might show something because Ubisoft and Nintendo has been having some great relationships and been releasing games now for the past couple of years. So we might see that. That's my prediction. But I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes too. Also, I got to see Dying Light 2, which was phenomenal. It came out today, the gameplay, and actually the official date, which is December 7th of 2021. So it's going to be available for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And you could go right now and pre-order. We're going to talk about that. Also, let's see what else, man. Oh yeah. Also, I got to see the stream for Sonic 30th anniversary. Honestly, I'll talk about it very quick, but I felt like I wasted my time watching. I thought it was going to be not a lot of the announcements were going to be focused on the new game that I thought was going to come out this year, but it's coming out in 2022. Don't know if this is like a next gen game. I have no idea. They just show a very short clip. I don't know. I felt like I wasted my time, but they are planning to release the new Sonic Colors, which I believe it came out during the Wii days. That's going to be available for the new consoles and everything. So, and also I want to talk about briefly. I'm going to talk about Horizon Forbidden West, which we got to see a 15-minute gameplay, which looks freaking amazing. So we're going to talk about that. So shout out to Guerrilla Games. It's going to be big, man. So I do have some questions and some concerns, but we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But first, let's go with the new Nintendo Switch rumor that this is going to be released. This new console is going to be released sometime in September, and it could be revealed before E3. So anytime now, but hopefully by the time you listen to this podcast, we might hear an announcement about this, man. So usually Nintendo is pretty random. They probably will wait until the last minute. So I predict that sometime next week after the Memorial Day, right before E3, I think next week we're probably going to hear something from Nintendo. So fingers crossed, we'll see. But here's what Bloomberg is saying, that the new console will be likely priced higher than the current $299 Switch model. And the official announcement might happen prior to E3. And I quote, to allow publishers to showcase their range of Switch games at the global event. This new Nintendo Switch, which may have come to call the Switch Pro, because everybody talks about that, right, will be sold alongside with the Nintendo Switch Lite, which costs $199 and will eventually replace the current standard model. So there's not much information about this device. We don't know if it's going to be truly 4K or maybe just upscale to 4K. We have no idea. We're probably going to find that very, very soon. But this is going to cost a higher price. So my prediction, I think this is going to be $399, and have the standard one $299, and have the Lite again for $199. Now, for you listeners that are listening to this right now, do you think this is smart? Having this at $399, do you see yourself buying the Nintendo Switch once its release is officially later this year? And also, we probably will see more about the new Zelda game during the Nintendo Direct, because I know they're going to have one during E3. But I'm wondering, like, what are your thoughts? Like, for those that don't have a Nintendo Switch, do you think this will convince you to go and pre-order it and buy it at the store? So this is I'm very curious about this. I'm going to talk to P because I know he has a Nintendo Switch, the standard one, like I have. I had mine since launch. I got it day one, and I want to buy one. The reason is, just want a powerful console, and I'm still gonna keep this one. Like for me, if I have to go out and so on, but I'll probably keep that like that, and the 4K version probably will keep it at home. It all depends on like the battery life and the controllers. The thing that I would love to see is the D-pad. Like I love the version for the Nintendo Switch Lite. The D-pad there is perfect. Like I just love the controls on that one, but I'm not a big fan of the standard one because of the D-pad. Instead of having it the regular D-pad, they have like these buttons. It's like arrows, 4 buttons, and it's super uncomfortable. Not great for like fighting games or anything like that. But usually, what I do is I play with my Nintendo Switch Pro controller. That's the controller I've been using the whole time since the launch of the Nintendo Switch standard version, and I'm loving it. I love that control a lot, man. So, and actually, I got it right here. Look, you probably will hear it. There you go. That's the controller there, man. Buttons, and it's still brand new. Feels good, man. Love it. It's like if I'm playing using the Xbox controller. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, let me know your thoughts about this, man. What type of games are we actually going to see? Are we going to see stuff from EA, from Ubisoft, from 2K? I'm wondering, are we actually going to see better games now that's also available for the PS5, Xbox Series S and X? Are those games also going to come out for the Nintendo Switch, the new Nintendo Switch? I'm very curious to see how that's going to work. But yeah, even though let's say that these companies are probably going to announce the games now that's going to be available for this new console, is this going to be playable also for the standard version of Nintendo Switch? That's the part that's going to be very, very confusing, and I'm wondering how's that going to work. Because if you go back to the 3DS days, there is a new 3DS, and there were certain games that was only available for that device, but it was not playable for the older version. So is it going to be like that? Xbox has been doing a great job when it comes to having these games available for even the older console, even the previous one, and the new one. So I'm wondering if it's going to be like that, man, because I think having it like that as the new Nintendo Switch and it's not playable for the previous console is going to be complicated for a lot of people, especially for those that are planning to buy a Switch. Imagine they buy the standard version because they love to see this as $299, and then there's a game that was announced that they showed at E3, and they buy that game, but you can't play for that device. That would be super complicated, and that's why it was a huge mistake during the Wii U days. The name itself completely confused the regular consumers, not the hardcore, because we know everything. But like I mentioned this multiple times on the show, my cousin went to the store and bought Mario Kart for the Wii U, thinking it was going to work for the Wii, and it didn't work. It was super complicated. So that's the part that I'm kind of like a little bit worried about that part. Not for me because I'm going to buy the new one, but for those that are planning to buy the standard version just because of the price. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see. I'm probably going to find out more during Nintendo Direct, and I'm super curious, very excited about to hear more all about this, man. So, but what games you would like to see for this new Nintendo Switch? That's another question I would like to ask you guys, the listeners. Please let me know either through fan mail or hit me up on social media, and definitely we'll talk about it. All right, so let's go to the next topic. All right, let's go with the next one, man. Here is about the Sonic. So let's see. Let me go to my email here, which talks about all like the projects and everything. So there's Sonic Colors Ultimate and Sonic Colors: Rise of the Whips. This one, Sega revealed the game that came out back in 2010. This game is going to be available for all the consoles, and yeah, this is the previous one that came out, so it's going to be a big thing. It's coming out for the PlayStation 4, Microsoft Xbox, and also Nintendo Switch, and digital release on PC via Epic Game Store on September 7th, 2021. So your fans could pre-order this game right now, and they'll get like an exclusive baby Sonic keychain and other items. And also Sega also has posted a teaser of the 2-part animation series of Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps, which is a short form animation featuring full dialogue and the voice cast, which is the original Sonic voice actor, Roger Greg Smith. He's going to be there. I don't know if this is going to be just a digital like a YouTube series, but there is going to be an actual series which is coming out in the future for Netflix. That one's going to be a big one, especially that's going to be only there on Netflix. That's going to be huge, very huge. Of course, a new Sonic team game. This one, it was like a very short teaser. You see Sonic running, and that's it. And it says 2022. So curious to see what this is going to be about, because I know in the past there have been some teaser here and there throughout like the past year plus, where Sega was saying that they can't wait to reveal the new Sonic 30th anniversary game. This is going to be like supposedly a brand new next gen game. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I hope it's good. There haven't really been a really good Sonic 3D game in years. So I had fun with Sonic Mania. Sonic, what was another one? Sonic CD back in the days. Love that. Also Sonic and Knuckles. Those are like a classic. But those are all 2D platform games. And honestly, I really enjoy Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. That's about it. Everything else has kind of been kind of like, eh. So we'll see. But they have other announcements. This not that, honestly, it's not that really important. But yeah, to talk about like mobile games, Tokyo 2020, and so on. So, but yeah, make sure to go to Sega.com for more information, or just go to SonicTheHedgehog.com, and you will find out more information about all the announcements from today. All right, so let's talk about Dying Light 2. Man, okay. So back in 2019, P and I went to the behind closed doors of Dying Light 2, and I just love the changes that they made in the game. And the reason is, now depends on your choice, the area might change, like the where you're gonna meet people. Just the environment is just gonna change overall. It wasn't like that in the previous game at all. It looks a lot more challenging. I think the replay value is going to be really high, because everybody's going to have like their own experience. I do want to know more about co-op, because that's one thing that I love about the first Dying Light, is playing with friends, doing quests together, especially at night, once it gets really insane and crazy difficult. I wonder if it's going to be like that, because they haven't said anything about multiplayer. It's more of just a single player experience. The game is going to be available December 7th, 2021. And it's interesting because that's going to be around the time where the Game Awards is going to happen. Now, is the Game Awards going to be before that? If so, we're going to see a lot of advertisements for sure during the Game Awards. So, but one thing they did mention is now the animation of your character, I think they said like triple the amount of things that you could do now, of like jumping, running through the wall, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, the gameplay footage that they showed looks really good, man. I'm very excited about it. But for you, do you see yourself buying this? Because we haven't really had a good game like this in a very long time, and I had fun with the previous version, even though there were some bugs in there, but overall through time they've been adding content, they've been fixing it, and man, you could go there, play with 4 players, and it's amazing. So, but yeah, this version is going to be a lot of fun. Going to be big. Can't wait, and of course, it's going to be available for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. So, make sure to go online, follow the Dying Light official Twitter account for more information. You could actually pre-order it right now, and yeah, if you want to get like all the goodies, I don't know if I'm going to get any of those. I'll probably just get the actual game, and that's it, the standard version for me. But if you are planning to do this, let us know again which version you're planning. Are you getting the digital standard version? Are you getting the physical, which comes with the soundtrack and a couple of the goodies, or get the collection version, which is a huge box, statue, books, like behind the scenes design, everything, and it looks really good, really, really good. But the amount of those is not going to be a lot, so make sure to take advantage of that as soon as possible. Now, let's talk about the big one, man. Horizon Forbidden West looks freaking amazing. It looks so good. So PlayStation and Guerrilla Games had a set to play. It was only like around 15 minutes or so of the gameplay footage, which you could go, actually it's 14 minutes. You could go right now to the official PlayStation account and you can see the whole thing. Now, it looks good. Now you could swim. Your main character could do that. The enemies looks freaking phenomenal. Graphics looks amazing. Now, two things that I wanted. I mean, there were some things that I feel like they need some tweaking, but it's not. It's very, very minor when it comes to that. But telling you, when this game comes out, hopefully comes out later this year, because they haven't. That's one thing. Guerrilla Games didn't say anything about dates. Nobody knows if this is going to come out this year. People are still saying that we might see this sometime in 2022. I have no idea. I hope it's this year, but if they can't release this year, that's fine. Hey, please take your time. Take your time. But anyways, the other issue that I actually was talking with Tony from Throwdown Show, because look, this game is also going to be available for the PS4 and of course PS5. Now, for those that have the first gen PlayStation 4, I wonder how this game is actually going to play. Is your console going to sound crazy? Meaning the fan is going to be loud, because man, this game looks freaking phenomenal. Graphically looks good. Just the whole thing just looks dope, right? The voice acting, just you know how it is with Sony, of like the first player experience is just, you feel like you're in the game. So besides that, I know it's going to look amazing on the PS5, and also the later PS4 versions. Those are going to be good. But man, I'm worried for the first generation console version. Those are the ones I'm like curious, like, damn, is that going to look good on that one or what? But if you're listening to this show and you still have the first gen PlayStation 4, are you planning to get this game, or you going to wait until you finally purchase a PS5? Because still to this day, people are having so much issues, like just to find this online, because the scalpers been snatching it and buying it, and it's been very, very difficult for a lot of people. So yeah, I don't know. The game looks good. I'm definitely gonna get it for sure. Now, for those that are listening, are you planning to get it too? Or let's say it doesn't come out in 2021, but it comes out sometime next year. Are you okay with that? Do you have an issue that this game is also going to be playable for the PS4? Or do you want this to be a next-gen game? Because look, right now, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, those are next-gen games. You can't play that on the older console at all. Are you worried that this game is not that? Please let me know. I'm curious to hear. I originally thought when this game was announced, I thought this was going to be a PS5 only game, but I get it. It's part of the business. There's a lot of people that still have and purchase the older console, and it's a lot. It's like what, 100 million users worldwide. So yeah, let's see what happens once this is officially out. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for listening to episode 1130 here, Gamer Tag Radio. So all you have to do right now, go to gamertagradio.com, post your comments and feedback, listen to our past episodes. You can also find us on any podcast app. All you have to do is just search for Gamer Tag Radio, subscribe, follow us, and also post your review. If you would like to be part of our future episode of Fan Mail or segment, which most likely we'll do it probably the next episode. We'll see. It all depends on you guys. This is how you could contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Until next time, I am out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to Gamer Tag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.